$1,000 per month with the program Social Security for All. Have you heard about this? Well, I have all the details and everything you need to know right here in this video. Let's get right into it. All right, so I don't think it is any surprise to anybody that millions of Americans need additional money right now, especially the low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries. Well, there's this new idea floating around out there right now, which they are referring to as a $1,000 ongoing monthly check, which they're calling Social Security for All. I have all the details and I want to talk through all of this with you in the video, but really quickly before we do, if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video, as there is a lot going on right now and I am your one and only daily advocate. I'm doing all the research every single day. I'm breaking it all down into these short videos so that you can stay updated every single day with all of this new information as it is hitting the wire. Like I said, it is a very busy time. Things are changing rapidly. There are proposals hitting the table left and right now, and I want to make sure that you're staying updated with everything going on so I can help you get more money, benefits, take advantage of programs, and anything else that may be popping up. So if you haven't done so yet, again, please make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below the video, and let's get right into the rest of this one. All right, so I do want to talk through the details about this because it's actually a really interesting concept. However, at the same time, it may be a little bit controversial. Not because they're sending out $1,000 every single month for millions of people, but rather because of the name. Now, I'll be talking through all those details here in just a second. Let's work our way through this. All right, so a number of years ago, do you remember this name, Andrew Yang? He was a previous presidential candidate a number of years ago. Well, one of his big things out there, like one of his big ideas that he really is a proponent of, is ongoing monthly checks, $1,000 a month for everybody, otherwise known as universal basic income or guaranteed basic income. If you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time now, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, because every so often we do talk about these programs: UBI, GBI, universal basic income, guaranteed basic income. Essentially what it comes down to is sending out a monthly check ongoing for large groups of people. Now, the difference between a UBI, universal basic income, versus a GBI, guaranteed basic income, is universal basic income essentially sends out a check to every single person, regardless of income, regardless of net worth, regardless of anything, you just get a check. However, guaranteed basic income programs are highly focused programs, generally focused on low-income groups, and there's actually a variety of these, almost 100 of these programs going on around the country right now. In fact, the latest one just opened up the doors on Monday, a couple days ago. That one's out of Chicago, but we can talk about that one in a separate video. All right, so I do want to talk about this because this is the latest, greatest idea floating around out there now, and I want to share with you what it actually means. So here's what the idea is. Because everybody is struggling right now, because there are a lot of people out there who need additional money, they're trying to figure out, okay, what can we do going forward? Millions of Americans need support, and they always have these great ideas, right? There's all kinds of ideas, proposals, and all kinds of things floating out there. So here's what it is. Basically, the idea is sending out a $1,000 ongoing monthly check, which they're determining and calling Social Security for All. Now, here's the thing. This would not technically be Social Security benefits. So that's why I was saying it's a little bit controversial, because here's why. They're calling it Social Security for All simply so that everybody kind of understands the idea behind an ongoing monthly check. Not because it's Social Security, because no, it would not be Social Security. This would be a program that would be funded by the IRS, the Treasury, and possibly distributed by the Social Security Administration, but not actually Social Security. But the whole idea behind it is to kind of give everybody like the mindset, the idea, the understanding of what this would actually mean. Because I think everybody understands what Social Security is, right? An ongoing monthly payment. Awesome. Sounds good to me. Sign me up. Where do I sign, right? So that's basically what it comes down to. Is the idea behind this is kind of telling everybody it's $1,000 ongoing every month. Because if they throw out the name guaranteed basic income right now, probably a lot of people wouldn't understand what that means, because they're like, wait, what is this? It's kind of like foreign words, right? It just doesn't really make sense to a lot of people. But if you ask anybody, you could walk around the street right now and ask 100 people, hey, what is Social Security? And they'd be like, well, it's a retirement program where you get ongoing monthly checks once you hit your retirement age, or, whatever, something like that. I'm guessing the vast majority of people would say something along those lines, right? However, if you walked around and said, you asked 100 people, hey, what's guaranteed basic income? They'd be like, I don't have a clue. What are you talking about? I've never heard of it, right? So that's kind of why they're kind of running with this name. But to be very clear about this, I know that there's a lot of you here in the community that do receive fixed income benefits like Social Security, SSDI, retirement, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, all of these things like this. But here's why I'm saying it's possibly a little bit controversial. Number one is the name, right? So obviously, if they're going to do a program like this, they should probably give it a different name if it actually came down to it, because it could get very, very confusing really, really fast, and that is not what we would want to do. Another thing too, I feel like it's maybe a little bit insulting to those people who do currently receive Social Security benefits. And here's why I say that. Simply because as a beneficiary, you know you've spent years and years and years, probably decades, working, paying in thousands and probably even tens of thousands of dollars into Social Security through payroll taxes. You've spent a ton of your life, a ton of your time earning the benefits that you currently are receiving, right? A lot of people are very proud and very defensive of their benefits. Don't get me wrong, you should be. You spent years of your life earning the benefits that you are receiving. Therefore, you've spent all the years, you've paid in thousands, tens of thousands of dollars through payroll taxes, you earned the work credits, and now you're getting the Social Security benefit, right? So that's why I'm saying I feel like it's maybe possibly a little bit insulting if they were to use this name, simply because an ongoing monthly check sent out by the IRS or the Treasury, something like this, would not, that is not Social Security, right? That is not a payment. That is not benefits that were worked for. Those are basically just stimulus checks, right? But rather, the regular monthly benefits that you're receiving as a result of the years and years and years of service that you paid in, that is a benefit, right? That is something that you've earned over many, many years of paying in. So there's a big, big, big difference. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on that below. If you feel like if they did something like this, they would absolutely need to change the name. Let me throw this out there as long as we're talking about other names that I don't absolutely love. Remember I think it was maybe like last summer or so. Maybe it was last spring, maybe around that time. I don't remember exactly when it was. But there was a group of senators or lawmakers. I'm not sure if it was senators or representatives. But anyway, there were a group of them out talking with the press members. And they referred to the child tax credit payments as Social Security for kids. Do you remember this? I had a clip of it in one of the videos from probably about a year ago or so. Again, give or take a couple months. I honestly don't remember exactly when it happened. But it was a group of lawmakers calling the child tax credit payments Social Security for kids. And I came back in a video and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is the biggest insult in the world. It's not Social Security for kids. It's basically just a check that's going to the parents. You know what I mean? So anyway, it'd be kind of the same exact thing with this proposal. But anyway, the whole idea behind this is basically to send out a guaranteed basic income program and give it a fun name that essentially everybody would understand, and that's what they're running with, is the Social Security for all. So anyway, but kind of the whole idea, and the person we really need to thank for all of this, where these ideas and where all these UBI, as in Universal Basic Income or Guaranteed Basic Income programs, were actually born from, would be Andrew Yang. So again, I'm not sure if you remember the name, but he was a previous presidential candidate, and he was the big guy. I mean, he was like the big proponent, and he still is, behind these monthly ongoing payments. So once he came out and started kind of vocalizing his standpoint on this, these programs have popped up everywhere, right? It's like these programs are just everywhere. They're popping up all over the place. Many different states have tons of these programs. They're popping up on a continuous basis, and there will be many more throughout this year. So anyway, I want to share the details with this program. Again, as I do get more details, just like with everything, I'll be right back here for you, breaking it down and to help you out in any way that I can, as well as keep you updated with any new information that I may be finding. So just another one out there we can add to the tally list of all these different proposals, ideas, and many different things that are floating out there to possibly help lower income and fixed income beneficiaries. Which one quick side note, by the way, I did not see any kind of income thresholds on this, which would make me think maybe it's more like a universal basic income, because generally with guaranteed basic income programs, they make it very clear what the income thresholds are. $50,000, $75,000, $30,000, whatever it happens to be, they make the income thresholds very, very clear for guaranteed basic income programs to actually be eligible to get the ongoing monthly checks. However, with this, I did not see any kind of income threshold. So Again, as I get more information, of course, I'll be right back here for you, breaking it down. So if you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. It's totally free to do so. Also, share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other 2,400 videos right here on the channel. Thanks again. I appreciate it. Enjoy your day, and I'll keep you posted with all the information. I'll see you later in the next video.